Hey everybody, Ventimus Prime here, where I ramble and review and want to do a little rundown of all the stuff I ended up at the end of last year. Took a little bit of a break. Work got really busy towards the end of 2025, beginning of 2026. It's starting to slow down a little bit, and then obviously Christmas and everything over the holidays. But looking forward to getting back into it, and just wanted to go over some of the things that I picked up at the end of last year that I didn't really have a chance to talk about. So I think I'm first going to start off with Studio Series 86 Soundwave. And let me tell you how happy I am with this dude. This is exactly what I had wanted. It looks so much like Soundwave from the 86 movie. Some points that I wish were a little bit better. In comparison, here is the Netflix War for Cybertron, the one that can turn into the tape recorder. Mine is starting to yellow a little bit. The biggest things that could have been better on 86 Soundwave, obviously the tapes. They don't really look like tapes. I actually kind of prefer the Siege molds a little bit better. See if we can get Buzzsaw out here. And honestly, haven't even transformed Soundwave yet. That's such a good sounding click. It's just so good sounding. But yeah, really enjoying this figure. Having a lot of fun. It sits in perfectly with my Decepticon shelf. Really pumped for seeing what 86 Shockwave is going to look like, in addition to 86 Astro Train, because I actually don't have an Astro Train in my collection. So even if it's a retool of the Siege mold, I'm going to be on board for that. Probably not going to get 86 Split Swing just because of the legacy version I have, and that one is fine for me. Sticking on the Transformers theme, in addition with 86 Soundwave, got 86 Thundercracker, and again, another banger from the Transformers team. Really excited with the new direction that the 86, or I guess now, I think it's just going to be called the More Than Meets the Line. The More That Meets the Eye line is going to go, with the less detailed sculpting, a lot less greebling, a lot less battle damage-esque multi-lines. Really looking forward to seeing Skywarp and Starscream and all the other Seekers. I will probably tap out with the main trio and then just stick with the Earthrise mold for the Coneheads and any of the other Seekers, but just have the main three with the new ones. The one big, not issue, but the saddest thing that I was about with this one is just the gappage on the alt mode still. Like, I had hoped that we would have been able to figure out a way around that. Looks like we still can't not have a gap in alt mode, so that's still a bit disappointing, but it is what it is, so there we go. But again, very happy to have this in my collection. Very happy to add the other ones. Also got the Let the Games Begin Son Goku. Now, key thing for me, the Cell Games Goku is honestly my favorite iteration of Son Goku. Cell Games, his fight with Cell is probably my favorite Dragon Ball fight of all time. I think it's the best animated. I think it's the best choreographed. And I'm just happy to have this all-new Goku 4.0 body in my collection. I think he looks really great. I do not like the head design. I think that could have been a little bit better of a design done, but I guess that was to stop all the different custom options that were coming out. So a bit frustrated with that, but still very happy to have this Goku added in my collection. Let's see, what else? On the Star Wars Black front, picked up the Duels End Vader. Now, Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker, one of my favorite characters just overall in fiction, in history for me. Like, I love the story. So having this in my collection, along with, I ended up going for the Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi, just because I like the look better, honestly. It reminds me of the old expanded universe Obi-Wan in that 19-year gap between episodes 3 and 4. But just the detail of the head sculpt on this, you can actually see the likeness of Hayden Christensen, burnt up from episode 3 of Revenge of the Sith. The battle damage on the suit, even the tatters on the cape, and the damage on the cape at the back from one of the lightsaber wounds with Obi-Wan. It's so good. Something new that I haven't gotten as of before, but was very excited to pick this up. The Pop Mart Gong Studios Hush Batman. Now, I don't have any Mezco style figures in my collection, so this is my first figure in my collection with these sort of full soft goods. And I am very impressed with what this figure is and how it works. The articulation is pretty good. I do worry about the longevity of some of the soft goods. Again, this is my first figure in this style, so this will be a new experience for me. But so far, very happy. It comes with a plethora of accessories. The different head sculpts are absolutely beautiful. And I mean, and the Hush Batman look is probably my favorite Batman design, and I think that just looks absolutely glorious. Like, I think it just looks so good. So good. So, very excited to have this. So, I'm going to move Hush out of the way. This one I also picked up for fun. The He-Man Optimus Prime crossover figure. I saw this at Target, had no intention of picking it up. It just really brought me back to my childhood, and I decided to go for it. And I think it's a great display piece. I love the mixing of the various elements of both characters. So you have the faceplate for Optimus Prime, the power sword mixed with the Matrix of Leadership. You have the Energon shield, the shoulder pads that have the pipes. You actually can see the eyes and the face. I mean, this figure is just a lot of fun. Very pleased to have it. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? From the Spider-Man Retro line, we got Spider-Man 2099. Now, I have zero. This is my first 2099 Spider-Man figure. As far as I'm concerned, this is my definitive 2099 Spider-Man figure. I don't feel I need to go for another one, so I don't feel like I need to get the Moffex or an SH figure art or anything else. I'm pretty happy with this. This will do the job for what I want, which is to have a representation of Miguel O'Hara in my Spidey shelf. A couple of things I wish it did include. One, the claw hands, I wish actually were more like claw hands. They could have easily used, they could have reused the Superior Spider-Man, the Otto Octavius clawed hands for that. In addition to an alternate unmasked head sculpt. You know, these figures are getting more and more expensive, so it would have just been really great to have those two additional things. I think that would have taken this one over the top. What else do I want to talk about? Something new that I started to collect at the end of last year that you'll start seeing more in this year are the Operation Monster Force figures. So I have here the General. I also got Lieutenant Griffin / the Eraser. I'm just going to bring this one back out. And again, these figures are so good. I have not been collecting Operation Monster Force up until the end of last year. I now see what I'm missing, and this is a line I'm looking forward to continuing rolling through in 2026. Like, these two figures have been a lot of fun. They mix and match with a lot of different lines. So your Action Force, your Marvel Legends, your G.I. Joe Classified, like so many different lines that this can fit in the 1/12 scale that really just pop. So I'm definitely going to be picking up more of these. I think Donner Party is probably going to be the next Operation Monster Force figure that I'm going to pick up. But what I love about the General, I'm actually going to put him back for a second. Everything that the General comes with, all the different head sculpts and options. Like, this is how I have him displayed now, but I think how I'm going to have him displayed permanently is with the mustached, older gray-haired face, which looks a certain amount like a certain general who turns into a big red rage monster. And I think that's going to look great when I have my own Hulk shelf set up someday. So that's the plan for that. And that is where this General Brown will eventually live. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about that I picked up towards the end of last year? I think there's one more figure that I want to go on about. And this one is actually a little disappointing, so maybe I'll end it on 2. So this one won't end negatively. So second to last figure I'm going to talk about is the Elite Legend Spawn figure. Now, this one I was really on the fence about getting. I did not have a Spawn figure in my collection. I wanted at least one Spawn figure in my collection so I could say to myself, hey, I have a Spawn in my collection. This is my definitive Spawn. Not really going to go any deeper in the line. The collar on this one is absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand what they were going for, because you could have easily included a wire on the collar and hood that would have made this posable and not so much in the way. The second thing is, in comparison to what was shown in the initial press junket for this figure when it was announced, it's missing stuff. So you're missing a head, you're missing a couple of different hands. And again, this is supposed to be the Image Founder Series Elite figure. So the top line of what McFarlane's supposed to be doing at a premium price point, right? So that's, you got issue number 1, issue number 2, issue number 3. This is a reused body. So instead of it, you're thinking, hey, okay, this is, the elite figure of your number 1 character that McFarlane made, like the most popular character that McFarlane ever designed. You would think that this would be a brand new body buck. It's not. It is just a complete reuse. So why not give us, for an elite figure for $59.99, give us a brand new body design, go full pinless, make that money worth all the more, especially in this day and age with the economic factors that are going into action figure collecting. And then my last disappointment, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, Mine actually has a QC issue. So I have a bit of wire that is peeking out through the wired cape. And that's like, really? For this? For $60? I mean, people are spending their hard-earned money on this. And this is supposed to be like a top tier, quote unquote, elite level figure. And I hate to say it, I think all the collecting community will agree the maximum line is what it is. It's not worth the $50. But at least with Maximum Spider-Man, it was a all new, brand new mold, and it did have different levels of articulation from other previous Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures. With this being a quote-unquote elite level Spawn figure, there's nothing really new about it. So that was, it was actually really disappointing getting this in hand. In addition to then running into that quality control issue with the bendy wire. So I'm going to put Elite Spawn back. Hopefully it's not going to fall and make a ruckus, because it could. And the last thing I want to show off, I did pick up this figure earlier this year, but did add a few last bit of customs to it, is the Walmart exclusive Monday Night Wars Steve Austin, the Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I love this figure. I've been slowly getting into the wrestling line, slowly getting more and more into the Mattel Elite and Ultimate figures. One thing that I'm hoping that we see in the future with the Mattel figures, and we're seeing it with the future Masters of the Universe Chronicles figures, which look amazing, by the way. I want the neck articulation. The static necks suck. Like, you can't move the neck around. The heads are wobbly. Give us the double ball jointed necks on these figures. But I did the My Damn Toys hand mod to give Stone Cold his proper saluting figure. This is from the new Elite line Summer Slam 99 Mankind. Gotta have Stone Cold with his proper smoking skull belt. And then this, I will add the name of the person I picked this up. This is a custom vest that I picked up on eBay. So this is not stock from the figure, but I think this looks absolutely glorious. And it just sells the look of this figure. I mean, it's just Stone Cold looks so good. It just looks so cool. And honestly, it is like probably the centerpiece of my WWF / WWE wrestling shelf. So yeah, this is Ventimus Prime again, doing another rambling review, just going over some of the stuff I picked up towards the end of last year, and this Stone Cold, which I just really love. Looking forward to getting back in the habit of creating some content this year. There are some pretty cool things coming out that we know of already, such as the Masters of the Universe Chronicles figures, which look absolutely amazing. Beginning of next year, we're going to have Mattel taking the DC line back with the adult collectibles. Some of the less expensive figures are coming out later this year. Toy Fair is happening in the next couple of weeks, so I'm sure we're going to see some big reveals. And today, February 1st, is G.I. Joe Day. And Hasbro already released some renders of upcoming figures. Not anything that's really catching my eye as like must-haves, but I know there's stuff coming this year from the Hasbro team that I have on order, such as the build-to-order Mephisto, the build-to-order Apocalypse I'm looking forward to getting. And obviously, whenever they drop Secret Wars Wave 2, the Gameverse Marvel Versus lineup, in addition to any of the Avengers Doomsday MCU figures. But I'm going to sign off with that. I hope everybody's having a great day and a fantastic start to 2026. Stay strong, people. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's continue to support each other, stick by each other, and walk towards a better tomorrow. So peace out all.